A Place Where We All Belong, an interview with 14-year-old author Alani Santamarina. You have just published your first book, and you started writing it when you were 9, I think. Or
Eight, I think.
You were 8 when you started writing it. You finished it about that time, because it all came out at once, if I know you. Tell me about what you feel about being a writer.
I've wanted to be a writer since kindergarten, so this is huge for me. I've been dreaming about this since early childhood, and it's amazing. There's no words that can really describe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great feeling.
Oh, I'm sure it is. What do you hope to accomplish with your writing?
I have a different series I'm working on that's a lot bigger and a lot more mature, and I'd like to get that going, and I hope that it will kick off and be at least somewhat successful.
Well, do you feel that what you're writing, you don't need to tell me what it's about because it's not copywritten yet, and I have heard one of your poems that sounds like it's written by a 60-year-old. It's about Measure's End. It's a fabulous poem. I'd like to be able to share that with people, but it's not copywritten yet. But the things that you have to say in your writing are way beyond your years. What do you think? Why do you think that is?
I don't feel particularly old, but people have told me that I guess I really don't know. I think a lot, and I'm very internal, and just some things just come out that definitely don't portray my 14-year-old self, but I have, I guess, an alternate persona that's far more mature than my real self.
Where do you think that comes from?
I have no idea. It's been there a while, and I can't. It only really happens when I write or I discuss something I care about, or it's sort of just a different part of me.
Now, not just in the writing stories and poems and things like that, but you wrote a piece of music that goes with your book, the one that's published, A Place Where We All Belong. And how do you think you got the inspiration for that music? It's lovely.
Actually, I'd have to explain that the first poem I ever wrote was a song, and I don't really think about the melody. It just sort of comes out, and the melody of that particular song kind of evolved. It started has a few things that came from the original, but it's really become something that I'm actually very proud of. It's probably the best song I've written.
Oh, it's lovely. I'm just very excited to hear how it's going to come out. And what else do you feel is really important about the things that you're writing?
I guess I'd have to say that the writing's a part of me, I feel like it portrays who I am. It's like I put everything into it, and it's sort of my way of expressing myself, and so it's I enjoy expressing myself in that way, and I will continue to do so.
When you're on your schedule, how much do you write a day?
I don't write as much during school because the time is short, but During the summer, I used to write 10 pages a day, which was not enough. I needed to write more, but I would kind of do it till like 10 to I don't even remember, 4, I think, with a lunch break in between. But that was what I did over the summer.
And you have a passion for it, so it's not hard for you.
Yes. I could say that.
Well, you were also recently in a school play. And
Yes.
you played what kind of a person?
I played a cranky old lady who hates the protagonists who live next door and call them out, and eventually turns to their side when she finds out that in their place there's going to be a parking garage, and very, very stuck up, very not very nice. Yeah, that was fun.
Well, it was amazing to watch your performance because it was so adult, and you actually, your character ends up being the hero of the show.
A little bit, but I guess I never thought of it that way.
I
thought
did.
of it as a kind of redeemed bad guy in the whole scheme of things.
Yeah. And so I think it's really fun, that particular character. And then science fair. Didn't you just win the science fair?
I did.
What was that for?
In 7th grade, we started any science project we really wanted. Just try to make it original was the only thing they really said. And we worked on it over summer and a little bit at the beginning of the year, and we presented it in January. And mine was about birds and their reaction to hawk, owl, and rectangle silhouettes. So I did win, and I went on to another one which I did not win. So.
Aren't you a couple years forward in some classes?
Yes. GT, it's gifted and talented. I'm not only in math I know for sure that I'm doing something that's not normal, because I'm doing geometry, which is usually something you do in high school. But the rest of them, it's just like a quicker paced version of the normal classes.
Of high school.
No, not of high school.
I mean of junior high. Junior high, sorry.
Yes, I'm going to high school next year, though.
You've been taking chorus, and I was very impressed by your voice. Being a singer, I was like, wait a minute, this girl can sing, you've got pitch. It's just a matter of being able to get those muscles working, and the more you do sing, the better you will be.
I never think of myself as a particularly good singer, so that your compliment keeps surprising me every time, but I think I can be a lot better, but I've definitely improved over the years, so.
Well, that's muscular. You have the ear for it. You have the intelligence for it. People who are good singers, it's because they have enough intelligence to be able to do the things, the brain is working in the right way. So, what would you like to accomplish this year in your writing?
Get the first draft of the book I've been working on done, which is a huge goal, considering that it's very, very big. That's an understatement. It's quite enormous, and I don't write fast enough, and it's just a huge process that I just have to keep moving with.
Well, you're writing it cursive. I mean, you write it by hand.
Yes.
Because of the experience, because of the tactile sensation, because...
I write faster. I don't type fast. So, I type very, very, very slow.
Well, me too.
And so I can't, my mind even when I'm writing, it goes so fast that I'm on like the next paragraph before I finish with the first one. And if I do it typing, it's like I'm already at the next section. It's not, I have to try to keep pace with my thoughts, and that's not easy, so.
And your schoolwork must demand a huge amount of time, so it takes from whatever time that you had. Last semester, you were able to go into the library and write. They allowed you to just write on your book in one semester that you had?
The first semester.
First.
Yes, that was a great privilege. I can't do it this year because of some classes, but it was a huge privilege that I'm not going to forget in a hurry.
And that was an honor.
Yes.
To be able to even do that at the school, for the school, in that sense, that you're able to write your work there. That's wonderful. If you were going to tell people about your book that has just been published and what it's about and what to expect, and it's for young people and also for older people, what would you say about it?
That's a hard question. I have very mixed feelings on it. Well, it's sort of it's for younger kids, and it's sort of about this sort of fairy tale world with cats, different types of cats, and it's being oppressed by the lions. And it's a story about diversity and friendship and being able to change the world around you. And I think the morals are very clear, but it doesn't really say that it's definitely about this. So and then it centers around this young snow leopard that kind of has a mysterious past and rebels against the oppressive society and ends up changing the entire society.
That's nice. Well, there's been some good comments on the book too, and your grandmother actually did the art.
Yes, she's a wonderful artist, and she blew it out of the park with what she did for my book. I sometimes just look through my book only for the pictures. They're just stunning, and they're so cute, and she can draw cats so well, and it's just amazing.
It's wonderful because she was a scientist too, and here she is doing the art for your book. You know, it's really wonderful that people can be in all those fields, and it makes you so well-rounded. If you could say something to the young people today, what would it be?
What came to mind was cliche. That's a very hard question because there's kind of so much you want to say, but I guess I would say that not to be afraid to go after those childhood dreams that spark, and even though they're crazy and very, very hard to accomplish, you can really accomplish it no matter what hinders you, no matter what. It's just you can do it no matter what people tell you.
Is there something that you would hope for young people today that they would learn to do or start to do or accomplish for the world?
I don't know what to say from that. That's a big question. I guess don't waste your childhood, you have to embrace it and see and find like your strengths and grow on them, because that's I think the beauty of childhood is you can do anything, or at least you think you can. And I think that is really important to keep throughout your whole life.
Wow. Yeah. And you feel that your strengths are writing and
Writing poetry, writing stories, and arguing, which I debate sort of. I'm not in debate, but I enjoy the experience. And I guess I'm not a bad actor, but that's up for discussion. And I guess writing is my main thing. It's what I keep doing.
yeah. Well, Alani, I have enjoyed so much having the opportunity to spend time with you and your family, and see the rich work that you're doing and hear the work that you're doing before you get a chance to even copyright it. And I'm just so impressed. I don't even know what to say, and I'm honored.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Thank you for the interview. I know there's going to be a lot of people who will enjoy it.
Thank you.